Hello, and welcome to another episode of Insights with Soularis, where I am your host, Jennifer, a tarot reader for over 10 years, and I have over a dozen different healing certifications, everywhere from Reiki to Akashic Records, and even a little bit of tuning forks and sound therapy. Regardless of all of these things that I have studied and learned, at the end of the day, I always say I am a channel of spirit and I will bring messages for those who find me. And if you joined us before, you'll know that I start out with a message for the collective. And this will just be energy surrounding the overall collective over the next 7 days. Of course, since it is for a large audience, the energies are going to shuffle around in your life a little bit differently for each person, but the overall themes will be the same. And as we're going in over the next 7 days, it does seem like there is going to be some periods of time where you only can move as fast as the information you are given. And what I mean by that is that you may be wanting to go and get to this certain milestone within your project situation, but you only can move in certain intervals. So it's like, okay, the green light goes on, you can go. And then you get stuck at the next red light when you're driving. And it seems like over the next 7 days, you're going to hit every red light, but that's just because there's more information's coming in. You may also be reflecting on a couple of things, particularly around imbalances in your life. So you may find some areas where things have not turned out the way you want it. And the more you dig into it, you realize how unfair these situations are. So keep that in mind. Let yourself be reflective. Let yourself stop at those red lights so you can take a moment to breathe. It is not an obstacle. It's not here to harm you. It's here to help you. So just see it as a way to just rest, to take that water break in the middle of a sports game. So just allow yourself that grace in any situations that you may come across this next week. All right, so I hope that helps you. And we are going to go to our caller tonight. So we have Melissa from California. Hello, how are you tonight?
Hello there. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing really good. So, what type of questions do you have tonight, Melissa?
Well, can they be about anything? Like I'm going through like kind of a difficult situation with a relationship that I've been involved in for like the last 8 years. And I don't know whether it's just time to move on or if there's anything left there to fight for.
Okay. Yeah, we can absolutely dive into that. So immediately, I do see a cycle coming to the end. And before we get
hmm
into all the cards, what I see is the number 10. So that is the number of endings, the number of cycles. Like, hey, the sun is rising again. You've been through the entire cycle of the moon. And what it doesn't always mean walking away. It sometimes means like, okay, this has to end and something else has to begin. So just know that you are going through a very important cycle and being together for 8 years, you said. That is
hmm
also a very strong number in numerology regarding infinity, learning lessons. It also can be a very challenging number because we're getting seven in here as well. So those two together can be quite challenging when it comes to relationships. So let's kind of dive in. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just shuffling through all the emotions because I can feel it within your heart space because I feel it's a very complex decision. It's not just anything you can walk away from because you guys have built something together. You want to have a more traditional relation, it seems like, but there seems to be an overwhelming fear of stability. Um, I am seeing like financial stability, but it's also more of feeling safe with one another. While you may have a lot of love and a lot of loyalty, at the same time, that doesn't means it feels safe for you to be vulnerable. It doesn't mean that you feel safe to rely on another person. So even if there's love, right, we still need that foundation where you can grow together. Okay, does that make sense so far?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So it seems like, yeah, there has been multiple situations in the past that had left you like not seeing the possibilities, kind of discontent about the situation. And underneath, it really seems like, okay, it is completely okay that you have been kind of in this mode of like, I need to just sit back and kind of reflect, not make any movement yet, because making that decision, finding all of that information on what to do next, you are not in the wrong for that. You're not in the wrong for doubting or to have any of these worries or concerns about your relationship. So don't feel guilty for having the feelings of like, hey, my needs are not being met, because you are stepping up in a higher energy where you are able to look at things logically. You can sort out all your emotions in a logical way while still honoring them. And when you're able to review all of your options, because you have a lot of options what you can do, but as you step into this higher energy, and you are going to be stepping into it quite soon, where you are understanding your independence, you are understanding your creativity and your confidence, and that's going to help you make that final decision. So let's find more information around here. Yeah, you
Okay,
got to
thank
stick
you.
with your boundaries. Okay. So let's see, emotions on your side, wanting to move on, but also expecting the worst, wanting a transition of any type of your partners. Okay, salvation. Let's see. So it's not gonna be easy, but there is still a possibility of continuing on with a very strong and emotional, heartfelt connection. It seems right now I see the sleepless nights. I see you waking up and you kind of just like looking over and staring at your partner, just kind of not knowing what to feel. And it's okay, because it seems like your partner also needs a little bit of time to rest and recruit. But he's not planning on walking away at this moment. You are looking for a transition. You may be possibly thinking of a trip as well. If you can get away for like a weekend trip with your friends, or go visit a parent or a family member where you can
Hmm.
just get away for a few days, that would be very beneficial, just to kind of help settle yourself a bit more. I honestly see you as more the person who wants to walk away more. um, there is a pause and a rest on your partner's side, but he's still trying to make long-term plans and working with you. Yeah, he still wants to work with you. There's challenging beginnings, but there is a renewal here possible, and it's quite favorable as well. Do you want
Hmm.
to get into any specific situations? What questions do you have right now?
Well, I mean, really, I feel it's kind of switched because I'm the one that wants to work on the relationship. He's the one that seems that he
Mhm.
doesn't, or he says he wants to be alone and doesn't, and doesn't seem to be put any effort. And at this point, we're just at a standstill where nothing's happening, So
All right. All right. I'm
yeah,
just gonna give you a little thought of advice, just
yeah.
outside perspective. As I'm reading the cards, I do see him wanting to rest, but he's not planning on necessarily walking away. But with
Hmm.
you, I see you wanting change. You need that transition. There's a part of you who's been asking for that transition. So if you would like to just sit on that and see how it feels with you, because it seems like you have put a lot of effort, a lot more effort than your
Yeah,
partner, and
definitely.
that's tiring. That can sometimes breed resentment as well. So it seems like it could be like a little bit of like a childhood wound or something, where you
Hmm.
decide to leave before the other person can, type of situation, and you leave before you can get hurt anymore. So while you may be actively working on it, just see if you can sit with yourself in meditation, or however that feels like for you. Take a walk and see if there's any things that you have been acting or reacting to in a way that does actively push him away, that you may not have been previously aware of.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yeah, and that's just the outside perspective. Of course, if something does not resonate, you should always pay attention to your own intuition because it is your life and you're the only one who can see it from all sides.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, as I'm pulling in more cards, I continually see some fears about stability, foundational work, and uncertain employment as well. So finances are coming up again. But you have worked a lot in this relationship, and there is good news coming about family matters and financial matters. So while you may have had that challenging beginning, it does seem like you have opportunities of new areas of study. So whether that means you could take a class within your job or learn or be
Hmm.
mentored by another person, it seems like you are stepping up quite well regarding in your logic, knowing how to deal with things, being decisive. So I really like to see that. What needs to be done in order to help the relationship flourish? Let's see. Definitely, it's about finding balance and finding partnership again. Decide, hey, why did we come together in the first place? Are we able to come back to that point, and are we able to balance our day-to-day lives so we can also have this time to ourselves, to our romance, and while still honoring our own independence? It seems like the relationship is able to begin a new phase. It's not gonna be easy. Spirit is not
Yeah.
giving me any specific things, but be opening your heart back up, allowing things to balance again, and just being honest with your own emotions because there is still a lot of love here, good connection and partnership. It just seems like there needs to be some more open communication because your both of your hearts have been blocked off. A resting time period is a complex decision, but it is going to change into a way that happiness is coming to find you no matter what. So stay or go. Don't make the decision right now. You will have all the information within the few weeks and you're going to feel confident in the direction you are going in.
Okay. Well, that's positive.
Yes, so just know that there is a lot of potential here to continue forward, but you got to open your heart back up.